everyone. Today we are just using your mats again. So check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. Remember to breathe, working from strength and losing that tension. So yes, just show up as you are today. Let's start with our roll downs. So feet hip width apart. Make your weight even from the big toe, baby toe, and the heel, so you've got that tripod. And just ground yourself into your mat. So showing up for yourself, leaving any tension or stress that doesn't serve you, especially for this hour. Bringing your mind to your body and just showing up for yourself. Okay, growing tall from the top of your head, but melting those shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to inhale. We're going to do 3 breaths. Just to check in and get some oxygen into those lungs. You're going to inhale through the nose, opening sideways through the ribs. And exhale, bringing the ribs together, belly button to spine, narrowing into the hips and lifting that pelvic floor up. And again, inhale, sideways through the ribs. And exhale, let it out, finding those connections that are going to support you during the class. And last one, inhale, sideways through those ribs. And exhale. Good. We're going to start rolling down. So you're going to inhale here. You're going to exhale, bring the chin to the knee, the chest, soften into the knees, and then slowly roll it down, one vertebra at a time. Go as far as you can. Release the tension in the neck and the shoulders. Inhale here. And exhale, scoop that belly button up. So you're supporting the spine with those abdominals. Tuck the pubic bone forward and stack lower, middle, upper back, shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale there. And exhale. Just check in with your body as you're doing this. We're getting the spinal fluid moving. Check in how it's feeling today. Show up as you are today. Inhale, exhale, scoop it up. If you're feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit stressed, just keep checking in, just keep breathing. That's also going to help. Chin to chest, roll it down. Inhale, setting your intention as well. So why are you showing up? Why are you moving? To get stronger, to find just a bit of peace. Roll it down. Empowering thoughts of why you're showing up. We don't show up here to punish ourselves. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, roll it down, softening into those knees. So you're warming up into your spine, you're not just getting a stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale and exhale, scoop. Inhale at the top and exhale, bring the chin to the chest, roll it down. See if you can get a little bit further each time, releasing the back of the neck a little bit more, making that head heavy. So we're making space for our organs, making space between the vertebrae. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, roll it down. Inhale and exhale, scoop it up, tuck and stack. Last one for me. Inhale. We're going to stay down on this one. I'm not going to say left or right. Okay. So straighten into your one leg, soften into that other knee, and you're rotating towards the straight leg. So you might not be as far down. That's okay. You're feeling the stretch down the side of the leg here. Soften into both knees. Come through the center, straighten into the other leg. Keeping the other knee soft, rotating towards that straight leg. Just feel that stretch. 1 more each side. So soften into the knees through the center, straighten into that leg that you're rotating towards. And soften through the knees through the center and other side. See the world from a different perspective, hanging upside down. And come back to the center, soften into the knees. Inhale there, exhale, scoop belly button up. Tuck the pubic bone, stack the spine. Let's go into our lateral flexion, getting all those movements in the spine, extend for extension. So interlace fingers, hands behind the head, shoulders down away from the ears. Feet hip width apart. Think about growing tall first, so making that space. Inhale, grow tall, reach it over. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, narrowing into the waist, bring it back to the center. And again, over to the other side. Inhale, up and over. Top shoulder is away from the ear, so you're sliding that shoulder blade down the back. Use those obliques to bring you back. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, bringing it back. Inhale, up and over, making space. Imagine you sliding between two walls. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, bringing it back. Use those abdominals to support the spine. Inhale. Last one each side. Bring as far as you feel you can. And bring it back. We're going into our rotation. So imagine you're sending your hips in the opposite direction. So we're going to rotate, deepen it, bring it back. So you're rotating from that waist, like you're wringing out a cloth, getting that digestive system moving as well. And rotate, allowing the organs to move inside of you, getting that rotation in your spine. And rotate. So just watch out you're not moving from your legs. So think about setting those hips in the opposite direction, one more each side. Find your center for me. Bring your hands down by your hips, or to your hips, or by your hips, wherever you want to be. Grow tall. So imagine that you're levitating. We're rising up onto our toes, warming up into our feet and our ankles. Keep the weight even, big toe, baby toe, and come down. So rather go less high and watch your ankles. So bring your weight even, big toe, baby toe. And as you come out, think about pulling your ankle bones towards each other so that you're not rolling out onto that baby toe. So if you struggle with that, don't take the heels as high. Start working on the strength on the inside of your ankles, keeping those ankles stable as you come up and down. Think about lifting from here, me pulling you from a string from the top of your head. So it's not just the up and the plonk down, up and the plonk down. It's actually feeling like you're rising up and not just lifting up. Resist the down as well, so we're rolling through the feet. And exhale. Exhale. And up. You might feel the calves as well warming up. And let's go 3, 2, hold it up on this one. Find your balance. If you're on a squishy mat, it might be a little bit harder because of the give on the mat. If you're really struggling, go on the floor. Hold it. And if you feel prepared for this, you can close your eyes and see what you can use without your vision to find that balance. If you fall out, it's okay. It's all the little muscles, mind coming to the body, lift taller between the hips, the ribs and the hips. So see what you need to do to find that balance without your vision. Unscrunch your toes. I'm a bit wobbly today. Okay. When you're ready, open your eyes, bring it down. Good. We're going to externally rotate and do it here. So take the legs quite wide. So a little bit wider than hip width apart. Not too wide, but you feel like you're doing splits. Shoulders above the hips, and we're going up and down here. In that external rotation, so hips, knees, and feet on the same line. So you're turning out from the hips, not just from the feet. Resist the down, keep the weight even, big toe, baby toe. And breathe. Grow tall, lift that pelvic floor up. And exhale. Exhale. And let's do 3, 2, 1. From here, you can take your legs a little bit wider. The wider you are, the better it is for your, or the easier it is for your joints. So just check how wide you need to go. Not wider as in turning out, more wider as in apart. Okay, so you're still in your comfortable external rotation. Your shoulders are staying above your hips, shoulders are down, and we're just bending. A nice gentle bend. So we're just getting mobility in our joints more than doing a squat. Okay, so it's more for warming up and getting everything moving. And breathe. Up and down, push through the heels, connecting into the backside of the legs a little bit as well, activating into those muscles, growing tall, lifting that pelvic floor up. Let's go 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. And step it in. You're going to come to the back of your mat for me. We're going to walk out into a plank, and we're going to do a few transitions from plank to pyramid pike, downward dog, whichever one you want to call it. And then we'll come into our cat stretch and all of that. So we're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, roll down like we have. We're going to walk it out 1, 2, 3, 3 times or 4 times. So 1, 2, 3 or 4. Check your plank. So push those hands down into the mat. Your shoulders are above your wrists. Elbows either facing out to the side or diagonally back so that you're not locking into your joints. So you don't want to be hyperextending into your joints and using your bones to hold you up. You actually want to use your arm muscles to work there. Lengthen from the top of the head, slide those shoulder blades down, belly button towards the spine, push energy through those heels. Okay, so watch out you're not here, and watch out you're not here. If you have a mirror, check yourself. Slide the shoulder blades down. Inhale there. Exhale. Pull that belly button up towards your spine and use those abdominals to lift up into your down dog, pyramid, pike, whichever one you want to call it. So you're moving in your shoulder joints, but slide those shoulder blades down the back so the shoulders are staying out of the ears. Bring the heels down when you get here. So feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Then we rise up onto the toes. If you want to round into your back, you can. Otherwise, you can just come back to your plank. Find that position again. Lengthening from the top of the head to the heels. Slide those shoulder blades down. Make sure you're working into your arm muscles and not just locking into the bones and into the joints. Belly button in towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the belly button up to lift the bum up towards the ceiling. Find this position first, so ears by biceps, then push the heels down, feel that stretch, and lift up onto the toes here, and find your plank again. Lengthening through, inhale, and exhale. Lift. Use those abdominals to lift. Slide the shoulder blades down the back, bring the heels down. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. It doesn't have to be fast. Find those moments of pauses between. Find the position. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Scoop. Lift. Use those abdominals. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. So feeling those back muscles engage as well, so you've got that stability. Inhale. Lift up and exhale. Come to your plank. We're going to do one more. Inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine, lift, shoulders under the ears, slide those shoulder blades down back, connecting to the back muscles, abdominals connected. Heels down, lift up onto the toes, come back to your plank, hold it, find it, shoulder blades down, lengthen through the top of the head to the heels. When you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, soften into the knees, 1, untuck the toes, push back, quick rest position, just releasing into those joints. Take a deep inhale and an exhale, let it out, and we're going to come up onto all fours. So, make sure your knees are directly underneath your hips when you're in all fours. Careful you're not together here. So you want to have those pillars from your hips to your knees, so it's that support. Okay, so we are wrists, shoulders, knees and hips. So your hips are above your knees, your shoulders are above your wrists. Again, imagine you're in your plank even though your feet aren't out there. So even though you're on your knees, you still want to feel that connection you had when you were in the plank. Shoulders staying out the ears, but imagine you're allowed to move the shoulder blades along your back. So you're going to inhale here, and you're going to exhale, imagine that cat. So you're going to pull the belly button up towards the spine, feel that connection there. Keep the shoulders out of your ears. Bring pubic bone towards breastbone, lifting up into that cat stretch. Inhale, lengthen through neutral. Now we're just going to do a mid to upper back extension, so we're not moving the lower back. So I want you to imagine you have a cup of tea on your pelvis. Here, you want to keep still, and you want to lengthen through the top of the head. Slide the shoulder blades down, lift the sternum up, so you're just getting, it's a small movement. Belly button still up towards the spine. Feel those mid to upper back extensions, which are here. Inhale, lengthen through neutral. Exhale, pull belly button up, going back into that cat stretch, the shoulders out of the ears. Watch out, you're not pushing backwards. You want to try and keep those knees, the hips above the knees, and the shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, lengthen through neutral. And exhale, slide shoulder blades down, lift sternum up. Inhale. And exhale, right. through neutral. Exhaling up into your cat stretch. Shoulders out of ears, but allow those shoulder blades to move along the back. So just really channeling that cat. Feel that stretch. Inhale through neutral. And exhale, slide the shoulder blades down, lift the sternum up, find that mid to upper back extensions, belly button still pull towards the spine. Let's go one more set. Inhale through neutral. Exhale, round it up. Lift that pelvic floor. Inhale, lengthen through neutral. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades down, lift the sternum up. You're going to find your neutral. So keep the space between the ribs and your hips the same on either side. And we're going to cross crawl. So opposite arm, opposite legs are going out. So we're going to lengthen, reach, try and find that parallel to the floor. Engaging into that glute, sliding the shoulder blade down the back. Use those abdominals to bring the limbs back in. Alternating sides, we reach other side. And exhale, bringing it in. And for 3. And exhale. And for 4. So checking in, space between ribs and hips. Trying to keep as even as possible. Hip bones facing down towards the mat. And exhale. And exhale. Reach, lengthen. So you're getting that bilateral pull. And lengthen. Lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more each side. And then you're going to go to your first side. You're going to lift up. You're going to hold it parallel to the floor. Check in with your hips and the space between your ribs and your hips. And we're going to do half an X. So literally your arm is opening out to the corner of your mat. And your foot is opening out to the corner of the mat. It's not wide. It's just a small movement. And you're trying to keep parallel to the floor. So you're lifting up here. We're going to half an X. And bring it in. And 2. Bring it in. 3. And 4. So if you look at them from the front. And 6. 7. Can't move my leg. 8. 9. 10, bring it in. You can see it's not a big movement. It's not coming to a T position. It's just this half an X. Find your center, either side, lift, and we open and close. And 2, squeeze from that side bum cheek, slide the shoulder blade down the back. I'm going wrong. And 5, 6, hips facing the floor, space between your ribs and hips the same. 9, 10, bring it in, push back, quick rest position. We're going to come up, we're going to circle around, coming to sit on the front of your mat, so you have your whole mat behind you. Move it forward, we're going to roll down nicely so we can come to lying down nicely. Shoulders down away from the ears, lift tall out of that lower back. If you need to move your heels away from you, you can. Take the arms out straight in front of you, you're going to inhale there, and you're going to exhale. Send those sits bones forward, pull that belly button back. Reach the fingertips forward, shoulders down, and peel it down from your lower back, then your middle back, then your upper back, facing the vertebra, one at a time down on your mat, so you come into a nice lying position. Head, neck, and shoulders are down. I'm just going to shift. And then feet hip width apart, heels in line with your sits bones, check your knees are in line with your hips. Hands down by your side, reach those fingertips down towards your feet so you have energy through your arms, but you're not tensing into them, but they are there. Inhale. And we're going to enter our pelvic curl. So you're going to inhale here, you're going to exhale, imprint your spine, so losing that arch in your lower back. You're going to lift up, lower back, middle back, upper back. Finding that diagonal line from the shoulders to the knees. Try not just squeeze your bum. You want to find that connection between lower abs and lower back here. So try and release the bum a little bit, so not just squeeze into it like you would in a bridge. Check that your hips are the same height. Here, inhale, and then exhale, peel it down, upper, middle, lower back, pelvis back into neutral, hip bones, pubic bone on the same plane. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine. Scooping it up, using that exhale to help you. Check your knees are staying in line with your hips. Inhale, and exhale, peeling it down, upper back. Think of lifting up before you place the vertebra down. So you're articulating through it, making space. Pelvis back into neutral. Inhale. And exhale, imprint the spine. Scooping the abs, coming up. Ribs are closed. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down. Upper, middle, lower, pelvis into neutral. Inhale and exhale. Peeling it up. See if you feel any tightness in your back. If you don't get diagonal, it might mean that your lower back is slightly tight. Just go to where you can, your highest point. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down. Upper back, middle back, lower back, pelvis back into neutral. Inhale and exhale, imprint and scoop. Inhaling at the top and exhale, peeling it down. We're going to do one more. Inhale in. Exhale, imprinting the spine, scooping the abs, lifting up. Hold it up for me here. You're going to inhale, and we're going to do one hip at a time, lowering and lifting. So you inhale in the middle, exhale, lower that hip down, lift up, to the breathing one. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, exhale. So lower, lift, one at a time. Alternating sides. Squeeze the bum cheeks together as you get to the top. Squeeze. Belly button in. Squeeze, lengthening into that spine. And down and up. Down and up. Let's go 4 more. And 3, 2. Inhale 1. And exhale, peel it down. Upper, middle, lower. Pelvis back into neutral. Interlace your fingers, place your hands behind your head for your normal chest lift. So head heavy in your hands like a coconut in a hammock, keeping that pelvis neutral and stable. We're going to inhale there. And we're going to exhale, lengthen through the top of the head, lifting up into your chest lift. Inhale. Check that your tailbone is down. You're not pulling on your head. You're using those abdominals. Pull that belly button towards the spine. And exhale, lengthening, coming back down. Inhale. Exhale, ribs together, belly button to spine, narrowing into the hips as you come up. Feel that pause, feel that connection, and then come down. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, your elbows are open, and exhale, lengthening as you go back down. Inhale, and exhale, isolating into those upper abdominals, stabilizing into that pelvis. So you're not tucking into your pelvis and using those hip flexors, you're just isolating there. Finding that lower back muscles as well, and that pelvic stability as we come up and come down. Last 3, inhale, exhale, head, neck and shoulders coming up. Inhale and exhale down. And for 2, inhale, exhale, coming up. Inhale and exhale down. And last one for me, inhale, exhale, coming up. Inhale there, exhale down. We're going into our rotation. So checking in that your pelvis is staying neutral, and check it every time that you go over. So making sure for yourself, and then adjust from there. Inhale, exhale, head, neck and shoulders coming up. Inhale in the center. Exhale, rotate, looking just past your quad. So it's opposite rib to hip. Check your hip is down, opposite hip, elbows open. Inhale through the center, keeping that height. Exhale, rotate other way. Inhale through the center, keeping those elbows open. Inhale and exhale. Opposite hip down, so you're getting that rotation in the waist, working those obliques. Elbows open, try and keep that height through the center. Exhale. Let's do 4 more. Inhale through the center, exhale to the side. Inhale through the center, exhale to the side. Last one, inhale, exhale to the side. Inhale in the center. Head, neck and shoulders coming down. Hands down by your sides for me. Lifting your one leg to tabletop, finding that stability in your pelvis, arch in the lower back staying the same. Lift the other leg up to tabletop. We're doing our alternating legs. So keeping that pelvis neutral, arch in your lower back staying the same, knees staying the same angle, you're taking the toe down to the floor, so you're moving from the hip. And as you lift that leg up, you're taking the other one down. So find that pelvic stability. This is staying absolutely still And we alternate, moving from that hip, keeping that knee the same angle. Watch out you're not moving in your spine. Okay, so you're finding that support, that co-contraction between front and the back of the body, moving in the joints, keeping the pelvis stable, that bridge between your upper and lower extremities. So, stabilizing and tension out of your shoulders and your neck and maybe even your arms. Ribs are closed, belly button pulled towards the spine. Let's go one more each side. Last one. And hug your knees into your chest. We're going to do both legs at the same time. So hands down by your side, shoulders down away from the ears, pelvis neutral, arch in the lower back the same. Keeping the knees the same angle and only lowering as far down as you can without popping that lower back up. And then lift, keep that tailbone down as you lift the knees back up above the hips. And for 2, you can exhale down, inhale up, or you can change it round. Breathe what serves you. And if you can't get as low, that's fine. Go to where you can. You'll feel where your back wants to start popping up. If you can connect deeper, then do that. If you can't, if that's where you feel that's enough, then stop. Okay. Shoulders down away from the ears. Keeping that stability, so making sure you're moving from the hips and not from the spine. Keeping that tailbone down, especially as you bring the knees back up above the hips. Last one. Bringing it back. If you need to, just give yourself a little bit of a hug. Going into our leg circles. So we're going to do simple ones today, or simpler. So keep your one leg on the mat with it bent with the foot down. You're going to take your arms out to T position, palms facing up towards the ceiling. You're going to take the other leg up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot. Check the space between your ribs and the hips is the same. We're going to cross the midline, meaning you're going towards your other leg first. So you're going to inhale, drop and catch, find your center, and exhale, drop and catch. Reaching those fingertips away from each other, shoulder blades down the back. One breath, and then another breath as you circle around. Find your center after each one, and inhale, and exhale. We're going to do 2 more in this direction. So careful you're not going too slow and hanging on your hip. Find your center. We're going to change directions. Inhale, drop and catch. You don't want to go too slow and you're going like this and then you're going to hang on your hip here. You want to drop and catch. And inhale. And exhale. Moving in that ball and socket joint. And inhale. And exhale. Let's go 4 more. And exhale. And 2 more. And exhale. If you need to, find your center, hug your knee in, place that leg down, other leg up, flex the foot, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to inhale, drop and catch, and exhale, drop and catch. If you have any clicks in the legs, make the movement a little bit smaller, finding that stability in the pelvis. One side, definitely a little bit tighter than the other side. And notice where your body shifts on your mat as you do this, where you have to maybe hold a little bit more down or connect a little bit deeper. 2 more. Last one. Find your center and we change directions. Inhale, drop and catch. And exhale, drop and catch. And 3. And for 4. 5. 6. 7. Ribs closed. Tension out of neck and shoulders. 9. And 10. Hug that knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. We're going into our single leg stretch and then straight into hands behind our head and then straight into crisscross. We're doing 3 sets. Okay, so hands on the knees, shoulders down. Inhale here, exhale, push those knees into the hands. Come up, belly button in towards spine. So find this connection here. Inhale there, exhale, take one leg out to 45. Other leg in, pull knees towards nose, nose towards knees, shoulders down away, your arms are in a circle. And then we change. Short inhale, exhale, change. Everything go a little bit faster. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the legs going. The same interlace fingers, hands behind the head. 3, 4. Elbows open. Keep lifting. 7, 8, 9. We're going into crisscross. So opposite. 2, 3, 4. Belly button in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale in the center. Hands to the knees, knees to nose, nose to knees, and then head, neck, and shoulders coming down. Hug it in. Okay. Next ab series, we're going to break between each one on this one, so I can show you. You can, if you're struggling to progress, you can come back to the first one. Okay, so hamstring pull 1. You're going to grab behind the calves here. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, head, neck, and shoulders are coming up, belly button towards the spine, shoulders down, away from the ears. You're going to split the legs, you're grabbing behind the calf of the top leg, and you pulse, pulse, lengthen, change. Pulse, short inhale, exhale. And 4, 5, stabilize here. 7, 8, lengthening the legs. 10, find your center, lift up, hands behind those calves, shoulders down away from ears, and then head, neck, and shoulders come down. Hug your knees into your chest. I didn't say if your legs can't go straight, it's okay if your legs slightly bent, and you grab behind those things. But the next one, you can repeat what we just did, or you're going to take your hands behind your head, but you're going to come up the same way. Lengthen those legs up. Grab behind the calves. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale. Head, neck, and shoulders are coming up. If you want to stay with your hands behind your calves, you can. Otherwise, interlace your fingers. Hands behind your head. Pull the belly button towards your spine. And we split here. And we pulse the top leg. And for 2, pulse. And 3, 4, stabilize. 5, 6, belly button in, nose towards knees. 9, 10, lift both legs up, grab behind the calves, deepen it, find that end point, and then head, neck, and shoulders come down. You've got 2 options for the next one. So it is a rotation, but you can choose to have your hands by your legs or your hands behind your head. So coming up the same way, and inhale, exhale, hands behind the calves, belly button towards the spine. If you want to watch it first, you can. You can either split the legs, you're going to split the legs and take the hands behind, so both hands on the one side of the outside of the leg. Otherwise, your hands are behind your head here. Okay, so you can either be here or here, whichever. Try to do the same on the same side, so rotate. Okay, let's hug it in. Now that you practiced it, you're going to do it properly now. Okay, hands behind the calves, inhale, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders coming up. If you're keeping your hands on the legs, that's fine. Otherwise, interlace your fingers, hands behind your head. Inhale, and we pulse, pulse. 2, 3, stabilize. 4, elbows open if your hands are behind your head. 2 more, just for luck. Find your center. Grab behind your calves, belly button in. Head, neck, and shoulders come down. Sway side to side. Okay. We are going to do our roll-up. So, ribs closed, legs together. Take your arms as far back as you can without popping your ribs up. Shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to inhale, head, neck, and shoulders are coming up. And exhale, scoop those abdominals, shorten into the thigh bones. Control the up, careful you're not bracing into the abs and shooting yourself up. Inhale here, reach those fingertips long, shoulders are down. You've got the C curve in your lower back. Inhale there and exhale. Send the lower back down first, then the middle back, then the upper back, arms as far back as you can without popping the ribs. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up, so you're finding this point. And then exhale, push that lower back into the mat. Lift the thigh bones up, squeeze, control, breathe. Inhale, exhale, peeling it down. So imagine I'm holding your fingers and you're peeling down lower back first, keeping this up for as long as possible. And especially round about mid to upper back, round about here, you don't just drop down, control it all the way down. So where you feel like you're losing that connection and you just want to drop, go slower, deepen it, exhale. Check in with your body all the time. Inhale and exhale, feeling it down. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, head, neck and shoulders coming up. Exhale, scoop. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, head, neck and shoulders coming up. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, exhale, peeling it down. Last one for me. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down. We are going into our rollovers. Okay, if you suffer from migraines, neck injuries, anything like that, or you just don't feel comfortable going backwards while you're by yourself, that's okay. I'll give you the prep for it. So you've got some options if you don't want to go all the way over. You can do your reverse crunch, which is legs bent, shoulders down, and you just got to imprint, connecting into those low abs, and scoop it up. Okay, do 10, and then break a little bit, and then 20 until we're done with our rollovers. Otherwise, you can do that same thing, but with straight legs. So you can come down a little bit, and then lift up towards the ceiling, so you're engaging into those lower abs. You can go halfway and do a half rollover. Inhale, exhale, half rollover. Okay, so those are your choices if you don't want to go all the way over. Otherwise, everybody with me. We're going to take our legs to 45. If you want to watch the first one, you can, just so that when you're going over, you can look directly at the ceiling and not at your computer. Okay, inhale, legs to 90. Exhale, lift up and over. Using those abdominals to support you. Bring your hips above your shoulders. Lift up and out between the ribs and the hips. We're going to flex our feet. Open the legs as wide as your shoulders. Lower the toes down to the floor if you can. And then peel it down. Lower upper back, middle back. Control here. Lower back. Circle the legs around to 45. Okay. And here we go. Inhale. Legs to 90. Exhale, up and over. We flex. Open. Lower. Feel that nice stretch along the back side of the body. And then peel it down. Upper back. Use those abdominals to support. Middle back, lower back, circle legs around to 45. Inhale. Exhale. Use those abdominals to lift you up here. Hips above the shoulders, growing tall, making space. Flex, open, keep the head looking up. Inhale. And exhale, peel it down. Upper, middle, lower back. Circle the legs around. We've got 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. Flex, open. If you're not going all the way over, keep doing those half ones, reverse crunches, circle around. Last one, inhale, legs to 90, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, use those abdominals to support the spine. Find your position, then flex, then open, then lower. Inhale and exhale, peeling it down with control. Circle the legs round. Hug your knees in. We're going to do some nice hip work now. So if you feel comfortable underneath you, so you can be here and we're going to be in a frog and we're going to do hip work here. Otherwise, make a triangle with your hands, your fingers and your hands like that. And then place it literally under that triangle. And the tailbone, you can place your hands. Be comfortable. You don't have to have the hands underneath you if you don't want to. And if you want to, you can also just roll your towel up nicely into like a sort of flat, so it's comfortable underneath the pelvis. You can also do that. Okay. So place it there. And then lift your legs up and place them in frog. The frog, sorry if my feet are dirty. Frog is that. So your knees are apart, your heels are together, and your feet are flexed. So you're not there. You want to be there. So like your feet are standing on the floor or pushing against the wall. Okay. Now that we're there. Arching your lower back, staying stable. Okay. Heels together, shoulders down away from the hips, belly button connected, so engaging into those lower abs. We're going to inhale here, we're going to exhale, push the legs out, keep the heels glued together, take your legs to that 45, and inhale, bringing it in. And for 2, exhale. So you're squeezing inner thighs here, and then resisting back. Feel like you're pulling something back with you. So imagine you're pushing a rock away. Squeeze inner thighs, wrap it round, and then feel like you're pulling it with you. So you're making resistance. Okay, and exhale, push it out. And inhale, bringing it in. Keep those heels glued together, lengthening into the legs, keeping the heels engaged. Exhale, pushing out. Inhale, bringing it in. And exhale. Inhale. And let's go 3 more. Shoulders out, yes, bring it in. And for 2. And last one, keeping the legs out to 45. We're going to lift them up to 90, keep that tailbone down. Okay, you're still externally rotated, your heels are together, your toes apart. We're going to exhale down the middle, and inhale, circle round. So you're opening up. Down the middle. Keep those ribs closed, arching the lower back, staying the same. So you're getting that stable pelvis, moving in the... And exhale. It doesn't need to be a big circle. And exhale. Circle round. Let's go 3 more in this direction. Circle round. And for 2. Okay. But first we're going to come down the middle, then up the middle, inhale, and then exhale, circle round here. Inhale, up the middle, and exhale. If your hips are tight, they're weak, you're going to feel circle round, stabilize in that torso. Round. Exhale, circle round. Inhale. Exhale. Use those inner thighs. Circle round. Bring the legs back up to 90. If you need to just hug to release the hips, hug it. Take them back up. Externally rotated. We're going to open to a V. So we're going to point the toes to open to our V as wide as you want to. Now use your inner thighs, flex your feet, bring your heels back together. Inhale, open. Exhale, flex, bring it back together. And for 3. And exhale. So pointing open, flex it, close. Use those inner thighs. Lengthen those legs. And exhale. And 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Shoulders out of the ears. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Hug the knees in. We're going to rock ourselves up. We're going to just do a little open leg rocker just to get into our lower backs and that, and then we're going to come up and face the other way, coming up onto our knees, doing a little fun exercise. I'll say fun. Okay, so lift those legs up, make sure there's nothing behind you, shoulders down away from the ears, find that extension in your lower back. We're going to inhale, initiate this movement from your pelvis, just send sits bones forward, we roll back. We exhale, come up, find that balance, extend, shoulders down away from the ears. Short inhale, and inhale there, exhale up, inhale, extend, short exhale, inhale. Roll it back, exhale up, find that extension, and we go. And exhale, find that extension, and roll it back. And exhale. Let's do 2 more. Roll it back. Find this balance. Then extend, shoulders down away from the ears and roll it back. And exhale. Find that extension. Hold for me. And slowly coming down. Good. If you need a sip of water, grab a sip of water. Okay, so if you struggle with your knees, fold the mat over like so, or get a cushion. Okay, but it's a fun balancing exercise. If you do not want to do it on your knees, like we're going from one side to the other, you can come here or lie flat and just do some of these 10 on one side and 10 on the other side, okay, as we go through these ones. Okay. So you can hold your mat, otherwise belly button in, shoulders down away from the ears, arms out to T position. So just watch out that you're not sending your bum backwards like that. You want to be lifted up and out of your hips. Arms to T position, so no plonking and no pushing. You'll see what I mean now. Shoulders down, reach those fingertips out, and we're going to come to the side of us. So you're going to lengthen through those arms. You're going to shift your weight to your one knee. You're going to feel like you're controlling yourself down to the mat. Place your hand down, so no plonking down. Here, if you want to kick that leg out, you can. Bring it back in. And now try not to push with your arm to lift you up. Use those obliques to bring you back and try not to drop. Okay, with me, I know that way and coming up to my weaker side, lifting up. So just check in with yourself what you feel on each side. Go slower if you need to. If you've got it, you can go a little bit faster. You can bend the leg. Try not push and try not plonk. Shoulders down and away. Control. Lengthening shoulders out of the ears. Lengthening from the top of the head. Lengthening that leg out. Bend. And then using those obliques. Try not push. Lift belly button in. Control. Try not plonk the knee down. And we reach over. Other way. Place it down. Kick it out. Bring it in. Use those obliques. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. One more each side. And we go over. And place it down. Lengthen it out. Bring it back. And connect. Bring it down. Last one. And over. Lift up. Kick that leg out. And bring it back. Coming down to the middle. Okay, circling around. I'm just circling around so you can see me. You can stay where you are if you want to. So you can have your mat folded like so underneath the knees. Again, lift right up and out of your lower back and out of your hips here. If you want to try and keep this long line. So we're doing thigh stretch. If you do struggle with your knees, just leave this one out because we do bend into our knees a little bit more, send those hips forward. So thigh stretch meaning we're connecting into our thighs and our abs. So we're going to inhale. Think about lengthening, lifting, keeping that bum away from the heels. Inhale back as far as you feel you can, and then exhale, coming back up. And inhale. And exhale. Lengthening out of that lower back as well. You'll feel your thighs talk to you. If you don't go too far, exhale. So go to where you feel it's just past your comfort zone. And then up, so that you can still get up without compensating. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, coming up. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. And last one, inhale. And exhale, good. Bring it down. We are going to lie on our tummies. Okay. Doing our frogs at the back, so we're connecting into our glutes. So, head on your hands, knees are apart, heels are together, toes are apart here. If you need to put a cushion or a towel underneath your hip bones and your pivot bone, you can. From there, make sure it's your bum cheeks that are lifting you up and not your lower back, like I've said before. Belly button in, and exhale, squeeze up, and inhale, take it down. Try not to take it all the way down, just to a hover. Exhale, squeeze bum cheeks to lift, the heels up. So watch out you're not using that lower back. Exhale. Inhale down. And exhale. Squeeze it up. Inhale down. And exhale. Hopefully you don't need the loo. And exhale because it squashes your bladder. And exhale. And if you do, I would suggest pausing the video and go so that you're not concentrating on that. And exhale. Squeeze up. And let's go. 10 more. Exhale. 10. And exhale 9. Also careful you're not pushing up from here. Squeeze those bum cheeks together. And 7. Squeeze. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, we're going to go out and do our hamstrings. So you want to try and keep those knees hovered, but if you cannot, you can keep your legs down, your knees down. Obviously, it's not going to engage into your hamstrings as much. So you're going to try and keep the knees hovered off the mat, belly button just supporting the spine. You're going to take the legs out to that V, then you can flex your feet, feel like you're connecting here to bring those heels back together. Okay, so inhale and exhale, flex the feet. Keep trying to hover those knees. 3. And exhale. 4. Shoulders out of those ears. 5. Belly button in. 6. Squeeze. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. And bring it down. Good. We're just going to do a little bit of a plank series. Okay, so if you want to just push quick rest position. Okay. Come to the front of your mat. So you have your whole mat to be on. That hands flat, push the hands down into the mat, shoulders above the wrists, shoulder blades down, belly button in towards the spine. Take that one leg out, shoulder blade down. So first, even if you struggle with your plank, let me just say this now, before you go up. If you struggle with your plank, first go into your plank and then I'll show you half plank so that you get the right position instead of just going into half plank. Okay, so if you're doing full plank, you can stay up there, but then I'll show you half plank as well. Shoulders down, belly button to spine, hips facing down. As you take the second leg out, try and keep the pelvis and the torso as still as possible, taking that second leg down. Okay, so if you're holding plank, hold it there. Otherwise, if you want to come down, you literally just bring your knees down. So your plank position is still there. You're not down here or up here. You've got that plank position that's there. It's just half. Okay. So we're holding this position now. Lengthening through the top of the head. Belly button towards the spine. If you feel like it, if you want to challenge yourself, if you're not, you just hold it. You can lift one leg up and hover. And breathe. And lengthen. And then place that leg down and change legs. Keep looking at the mat and not down here. Belly button in. Breathe. Every exhale, deepen that connection. Place that foot down, bring the knees down and take the toes. Push back. Release the joints. Okay. From there, you're coming onto your side. This was a very long way around, but yeah, I have to face you. Okay, so on your elbow, forearm, make sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder, sliding that shoulder blade down the back. So connecting into this underneath oblique. Normal version, coming up there. Half version, the bottom knee is down, and in between the two, the top leg is there, but you're always lengthening and lifting up here, so you feel those lower obliques connect. You can have your foot on top, or you can have it in front of you here. Be where you are. Shoulders down. If your elbow is not directly underneath your shoulder, you're going to feel like this, or like this. So you're actually going to make it harder. So you want that pillar, that strength, and then slide that shoulder blade down the back, keeping the shoulder out of the ear. So this is helping as well. Okay, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. We're going to go up and we're going to do some hip dips. If you're like, Ashley, you're mad, you can lie flat and do your double leg lifts here. Okay, so we'll be working the other side, but you can if you don't want to do hip dips. Or just hold your plank. Giving you options. Shoulder, elbow, connect, lift, and we go down and up. Squeeze. So even if you're here, you can go down and up, otherwise down and up. And 2. Lift up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it down. Other side. First, just going up into our plank. Okay, check again. Elbow underneath shoulder, shoulder out of the ears. So slide that shoulder blade down the back. Connect into these little muscles, your intercostals, in between your ribs. Slide that shoulder blade down the back so your lats is connecting. Lengthen through the top of the head, and we lift up. We lift up. So there, or there, up to you. Hold. Lengthening, breathing. Keep lifting up here. And slowly come down. And then we're doing our hip dips. So whichever, you're going to have your knee down, or both of them up. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. And we go 1 and 2. Or you're just doing your double leg lift. 3, 4, 5. Shoulder stays out of your ears. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it down. Well done. Okay, let's do our back extension and then we are going to stretch. Okay, so lying down. We are going into rocking. If you can't do rocking, it's literally coming up into a bow pose and then coming down. If you can't do bow pose, I'll show you. Okay, so same thing. If you need something underneath your pelvis, please put something underneath your pelvis if you've got bony hips or protruding pubic bone. Okay. If you cannot reach your feet when you come up, you're going to bend your legs. You're going to lengthen from the top of the head, and you're going to come up like this. So you're reaching as much as you can, try and lift the knees as well, and then exhale. Inhale, come, no. Inhale up, exhale up. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Reason being, as you're coming down, you can let the air out. Otherwise, it feels like you're trying to breathe in while you're pushing everything out. Okay. If you can, grab your feet. So if you're not grabbing your feet, you can go so long, shoulders down away. Otherwise, you're pushing your feet into your hands, and you're coming up into your bow pose here, and then coming back down. Okay? This is your next option. Coming up and coming down. So check that the back of the neck is in line with the spine and you're not looking too far up. If you want to go full rocking, you're going to lift up into your bow pose. Yeah? And you're going to rock. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Watch out. You're not doing this. Okay, so you want to rock on the pelvis. Otherwise, you're coming up into bow pose and coming back down. And hold, knees in, shoulders down, all the way down. Head, neck and shoulders down. Release the feet. Place your feet down, arms down. Let the mat hold you for a bit. Well done. Well done for showing up. Taking the time for yourself. Allowing yourself to get stronger. To move your body. Just breathe here for a bit. Let the mat hold you. Feel supported by the ground. Grounding yourself. Feel held. Release any tension that doesn't serve you. If we're in tension, your knees can be open, your knees can be closed. Just breathe here. From there, slowly coming up, we're going into our hip flexor stretch. You're going to step forward, push the hips forward. Knee is above your ankle. Opening up into the hip flexor, chest is proud. From there, slowly push back, straight front leg. Bringing that leg back, other side. Big step forward, knee above that ankle, belly button in, chest is proud, hips towards the mat, shoulders out of the ears. Push back, straight front leg. Feeling that stretch. Go to where you can go. So if stretching is really hard for you, just be careful you're not tensing into the muscles that you're trying to stretch and loosen into muscles. Okay, come to sit on your bum, feet together. Sit right on your sits bones, push those knees down towards the mat. Lifting up tall. Just breathe here. And if you want to, you can lift forward. Flat back, you can push those knees down with your elbows, go as far as you can, feeling the stretch in your hips. Just breathe. Slowly coming up. Take the one leg out, bring the other foot into your inner thigh, sitting on those sits bones, lift tall. Same hand as the bent leg, you're going to reach over, keeping the shoulder out of your ear. From there, you can turn your nose towards your knee, grab onto your shin somewhere, wherever you are, and then round into your spine, so you're getting a more of a stretch into the side of your back. Keep that shoulder out of your ear. Slowly coming up, and then the other side. So lift tall, reach it up over. Aiming for your big toe, you might not get there, you might be up here. So the side of your body is up towards the ceiling. And then you can round in, nose towards the knee, stretching into that back. Slowly up. Okay, double pigeon or figure four. So double pigeon here, lift tall, lean it forward if you can, so doing that in your bum. Or figure four, space between ribs and hips the same, knee out, coming here. Tailbone down. If you want to see, it is here. When you're ready, switch sides, so even if you're in double pigeon. Breathe. Hug your knees into your chest, or if you're sitting, hug your knees here. Okay, so if you're lying, you can lie. If you're sitting, you can sit. If you're lying down, you can roll up, rock up to your feet, legs are crossed. Otherwise, if you're sitting, you can bring your feet here, try not to use your hands. Cross the legs over, front leg is bent, back leg is straight, getting that stretch down the side of the leg again, shoulders down. Just hang out for a bit, feeling that stretch, and then slowly unwind and take that leg, the back leg into the front, and swap. The back leg is straight, front leg is slightly bent, feeling the stretch down the side of the back leg.
Slowly unwind, so stand with your feet hip-width apart, soften into the knees. The back of the neck. You can sway side to side if you want to. You can walk the legs out if you want to. Just hang, just equalize, feel how you feel different from that start. Okay, and exhale, scoop the belly button up, tuck the pubic bone forward and stack lower, middle, upper. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, let it all out. Hands to your heart. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending your time with me. Have an amazing week ahead.